I'm Kimberly Kay with your entertainment report from MidHudsonNews.com. Thank you to my sponsor, Making Faces Salon and Spa in Poughkeepsie and Fishkill, featuring everything from hair and makeup services to teeth whitening, eyebrow threading, even special occasion dresses. Call them 296-0700. Now that's rock and roll. Alice Cooper accepted his Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction with a snake around his neck and a shirt splattered in blood. Very festive, I say, and since it was a big week with all the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees, I thought it would be great just to concentrate on music today. Neil Diamond says of all the honors he's received, induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is right up on top. He says being accepted by your peers and by people that you idolize is very, very special. Diamond went to great efforts to be at the inductions. He flew in from Australia for the day and then returned to Australia. Paul Simon inducted Diamond and points out that Diamond has been eligible for induction for 20 years, which I didn't know. Simon says his theory on what took so long can be summed up in these words: "You don't bring me flowers anymore." Well, Tom Waits would like a keychain version of his Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction trophy. He says it's too heavy just to carry in his pocket. Waits says the first time he performed, his face felt like plaster that was about to crack, and he decided he wanted more of that. He points out he has no hits and it's difficult to work with him, but they say that like it's a bad thing. Hey, he says he was once given the key to the city of El Paso, but was disappointed that it actually didn't open anything, and he hopes his Rock and Roll Hall induction comes with more benefits than that. Well, Darlene Love says she never thought it's about time when it came to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but it would be when God thought it was the right time. She says God decided it was the right time. Love made her name with the Crystals and other Wall of Sound acts. And someone questioned whether Love would mention Phil Spector in her speech. Well, she did. She said Spector told her God created two geniuses, Beethoven and Phil Spector. She cried as she accepted her honor, but backstage she screamed, "Everything is just unbelievable tonight." Elton John says he made it his personal quest to get Leon Russell into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. John says he knew Russell had a body of work, but it wasn't until they got to know each other recently that he realized how big it was with music like Strangers in the Night, Mr. Tambourine Man, and the Pet Sounds album, and a whole lot more. Russell himself says you may not know about his work because he's not as good at publicity as John is. John and Russell put out an album together last year called The Union. John inducted Russell into the Rock and Roll Hall in the Sidemen category. John Mayer played as part of Russell's tribute. And Dr. John says he feels blessed not only to get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but blessed just to be standing and breathing. He says New Orleans is the city of music and the city of spirits, and as long as the city is around, so will the music. John Legend inducted him, and Legend says he listened to Dr. John's music to get in the mood. He says it got him so excited he wants to go back into the studio to make his own music. Fuse will broadcast the Rock and Roll Hall inductions on Sunday, so look for those. Hey, Bryan Adams is going to be a dad for the very first time at the age of 51. Adams confirms a British report that Alicia Grimaldi, his personal assistant and trustee of his charity, is pregnant. She's due in May. And the Beach Boys will release the Smile album that's been shelved for 44 years. Beach Boys Brian Wilson, Al Jardine, Mike Love are all participating fully in the album's release. Wilson says he's looking forward to fans hearing the beautiful, angelic voices of the boys in a proper studio release. Smile was supposed to be the follow-up to the Beach Boys' Pet Sounds album, but was never released. Wilson also put out his solo version of Smile in 2004. A specific release date hasn't been announced. And the man who brought the psychedelic aspect to psychedelic music has died. Owsley Bear Stanley was a prolific LSD producer who worked as a sound engineer for the Grateful Dead. He also inspired the band's Dancing Bear logo. He told the San Francisco Chronicle in 2007 the roughly 5 million acid trips he created was a community service. Stanley died in a car crash in Australia at the age of 76. And Duran Duran's next concert video could involve weird things like people talking backwards or creeping, laughing baby creatures. Duran Duran have teamed up with filmmaker David Lynch to film their March 23rd concert in LA, and it'll be streamed live on YouTube. Well, speaking of music and local entertainment news, West Coast Swing California Mix will be held Sunday, March 20th from 7 to 9. You can dance to CDs. Beginner's lesson is at 6:40 p.m. and that's free. Then there's an intermediate workshop at 5:40 for $12. It's at the White Eagle Hall, 487 Delaware Avenue in Kingston. That's your latest entertainment report. A big thank you to Making Faces Salon and Spa. They have a wonderful line of American-made mineral cosmetics that you are going to love. Check that out online. It's called Avis Cosmetics. I'm wearing them. AVAS. That's aviscosmetics.net. For a new entertainment report daily, log on to MidHudsonNews.com. I'm Kimberly.